accused is Todd Pate, the former sheriff of Breckenridge County. He's charged with assault, operating under the influence, his second offense, criminal mischief, and leaving the scene of an accident. A year earlier, while driving his personal vehicle, Pate allegedly caused a crash, injuring 4 people. He then left the scene. When he was arrested later that night, his blood alcohol level was nearly twice the legal limit. Pate was released on bond and later retired from the sheriff's office.
Is it your intention today to enter this guilty plea?
If I could address...
This is either a yes or no. Are you going to enter your plea or not?
I guess everybody thinks it's funny.
Kako je pandur nadmen.
Let me just plea and get it over with for everybody. Plea to something that I absolutely do not feel good about.
Vidjeli ste šta je uradio, pravi se toša, znači, a u Srbiji bi se pravio, ne bi ni završio na sudu. Ali evo kako tamo to oni rešavaju.
I want you to try to send me to the penitentiary for years and years. If you can sleep with it, I can sleep with it.
Pate's attorney looks frustrated, while the judge is fed up with Pate's flip-flopping.
I think we're done. At this point in time, I think we're done. Where I think we are today is that on the one hand, the Commonwealth can enforce the terms of this agreement based on the execution. Mr. Pate, I'm talking at this point in time.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Kako je
At this point in time,
nadrkane.
I'm going to sustain the Commonwealth's motion to revoke his bond. He will be taken into the custody and housed in the Breckenridge County Jail.
Your Honor, if I may speak to Mr. Chambers' motion to revoke the bond.
I've already ruled.
Zamislite ovo u Srbiji.
At this point in time. And we're done at this point in time. He's going into jail today.
Zamislite ovo u Srbiji.
Pate eventually pled guilty and accepted the terms of his sentence.
Ovo bi bilo kao da šef u Majke Jevrosime, glavni šef tamo njihov, ode u zatvor, eto, to bi tako bilo otprilike. Pogledajte sad sledeći slučaj. Znači, žena sudija, u početku kad je bila hapšena, ponaša se nadmeno. Pogledajte sad ovo. Mislim, zamislite ovo u Srbiji, nema teoretske šanse.
Next, we head to Rochester, New York for a probation hearing. The defendant, Judge Leticia Estacio, is usually behind the bench, not in front of it. Almost a year and a half earlier, she was charged with DWI, a misdemeanor, while on her way to work. She was found guilty and sentenced to a year of probation. She also agreed to show up for court appearances, abstain from using alcohol, and use an interlock device on her car. But there was one small problem. She missed a scheduled court appearance, violation of probation because she was in Thailand.
Kod nas ne bi se ni pojavila na sudu, a ovde se malo bahati, ali vidjet ćete sad šta će da se desi.
She soon headed back to the U.S. When she returns, she's placed in custody. Later brought before Judge Stephen Aronson to explain herself.
I was not drinking, and I was not driving. And so I anticipated that I wouldn't be in this position again, but here I was.
In the most respectful possible way, I'm in jail. This court cannot punish me any more than it has. My reputation cannot be any more tarnished than it has been.
But tears aren't what the judge is looking for.
Fora sa ovima, verovatno se pitate, pa pobogu, brate, kako sudija jaše sudiju, mislim, verovatno će malo da iskulira, postiće ili nešto će da uradi. Nemoguće da će sad njen kolega da je jaše. Fora u tome što u Americi moć nije centralizovana, na primjer na vlast ili, znači, sudije određuju komisije razni, šta znam kako već ide, ali u principu svaki sudija može da, tužitelj može da podnese tužbu protiv nekog političara ili senatora ili tako nešto. To je fantastično, znači tamo njihov sud ima svoju moć, tužilaštvo ima svoju moć, advokatura ima neku svoju moć. Moći su raspoređene, znači nije centralizovana moć samo na vlast, kao što se radi u blagim ili jačim diktaturama ili kleptokratijama i tako dalje, kao što je Srbija, kao što su Srbija, Rusija, Kina, teška diktatura, mislim, haos. I tako da me ne shvatite pogrešno, nisam nikakav amerikanofil, nego činjenice govore da njihovo sudstvo razbija, znači mnogo je bolje nego i jedno sudstvo od ovih nabranih zemalja koje su gistro slobodoljubive. Znači, pogledajte sad sudiju kako se ponaša prema ovoj bivšoj sudiji.
Nowhere in your presentation did I hear one word of remorse or contrition for the acts that you were found guilty of.
He increases Estasio's probation from 1 to 3 years, which her attorney argues will be meaningless since Estasio won't stick to the terms.
Judge, she is not going to probation. She will violate probation the moment you put her on probation.
What she wants, Mr. Young, is irrelevant. She will be sentenced to probation. She will be having someone monitor her in the future.
The judge extends Estasio's probation. But that's not all. He also sentences her to 60 days in jail. This gets the attention of someone in the gallery, Estasio's daughter, who is not pleased.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
She's quickly removed from the court.
I understand the compassion of your family members, and I don't agree with a word they're saying.
Pazite kako se ponašaju prema sudiji, znači do juče je bila sudija. Provalite ovo, znači.
Estasio is taken to jail. But the story is not over. 3 months later, Estasio's arrested twice.
Pazite, navikla je da bude povlašćena, da bude važna. I evo sad, pogledajte rezultat kako se ponaša.
Once for leaving the county to visit a casino, and then for not using her alcohol monitor. She's brought before a new judge, Elizabeth Toole, who's even less sympathetic than the previous judge.
Your actions show that you do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it. And it stops today, and it stops now. Resentencing you to 180 days in jail, starting now. It's appalling what you've done, and I hope you learn your lesson. Case closed.
As for Estasio's judicial career, she was suspended without pay for her probation violations. And after further violations, the State Judicial Conduct Commission recommends Estasio be removed from the bench with the State Supreme Court.
Ćao, to je to. Pazite sad sledeći slučaj. Ovo isto nevjerovatno, sudski službenik, znači panduru u sudu, prekršio, napravio sranje i gledajte šta se dešava.
First advisement hearing. The purpose of the proceeding is for the judge to explain to the defendant why he's being held in custody and to outline upcoming legal procedures, even though the defendant has not been officially charged.
Kod nas je ubistvo prođe kod
laid
obrzanja.
out for Anthony Waller. He was taken into custody on suspicion of multiple crimes, including false imprisonment and assault on a female victim at a local motel.
Pazite, ovo sve što su mu napakovali, mislim, što ima, to je uradio. U Srbiji možda mučiš nekog kad ima ovakva. Pandur može da ga muči i nema problema nikakvih. Pogledajte zbog čega je pandur tamo.
Judge Doris Berg then explains he'll be held in custody while the case is being investigated.
The investigation for false imprisonment, assault in the third degree, assault as a class 2 felony, and a misdemeanor charge as well in possession of drug paraphernalia.
I'd like to object first. If I'm on investigation, I thought the investigation came first, then the arrest came.
Right.
But before the judge can give Waller an explanation, a deputy gives him a nudge from behind.
Get on your feet. Don't turn on me. Get on your feet. Get on your feet.
As Waller's dragged into Anthony Waller suffered a head wound and broken teeth from the deputy's takedown, but things did not end there.
Gledajte sad ovo.
After witnessing the incident firsthand, Judge Doris Bird filed an excessive force grievance against the deputy.
Pazite, sudija podnosi tužbu protiv ovoga s kojim tu radi, znači s kojim se gledaju svaki dan. Nema, brate, poštovanje zakona.
Department of Public Safety. The agency found there was not an imminent threat to the safety of anyone in the court when Lovingier used excessive force on Waller.
U Srbiji je polomljeno toliko glava od pandura, znači koji su samo stajali, snimali pre 2 godine, upotrebili su uzavac, maltretirali nas, bacali nas po podu dole i sud proglasi da ne važi, da panduri u pravu, da je sve okej. No šta hoćeš? Čekaj bre, pa šta reći, gde me vodiš? Ajde fair, bre, smiješ! Ajde! Šta se smiješ, ajde!
Following the investigation, Deputy Lovingier was suspended for 30 days by the city of Denver. Anthony Waller would later win a $50,000 civil suit against Lovingier and the city. A federal jury determined his constitutional rights were violated by the excessive force used against him. As for Waller's original crime, he was found guilty of third-degree assault and sentenced to 2 years in county jail.
Pazite kako nisu vezali to što je on kriminalac, to nema, odvojili su to potpuno sa ovim što se desilo. Zato smo mi kolonija, zato je Amerika, jebi ga. Zato ćemo mi biti njihova kolonija, zato što kod nas naši sudovi nisu pravični, ni najmanje, ni grama, znači. Ne mogu da priđu ovim sudovima, to je to. Tako vam je to, dragi moji, a u Vučićevoj Srbiji možeš da budeš ubijen od strane pandura i nikom ništa. Mogu da se gaze deca, može sve da se radi. Nikom ništa.